What?
Hey,
You
ICC
really-
friends, and welcome to the Ice Cream
Yeah.
Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I am your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And guess who forgot to turn on the countdown clock? It was like, you're live. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if this is your first time tuning into the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, we welcome you. Usually what we do is we talk about some of the top stories in entertainment and celebrity news for 1 hour, unless we get really, really chatty. So if this is your first time tuning in, the first thing we would like for you to do is to please share this live with a friend. And then let us know where you are checking in from. It's always great to see where our ICC friends are checking in from. Let us know how you're doing tonight, because we have a lot of fun and kind of sort of messy things to talk about tonight. We also have some very serious things to talk about tonight. So it's going to be a well-rounded evening for the Ice Cream Convos podcast. So Karla, before we get started, of course, I have to bring another grievance to the table. Now, last week my grievance was I'm a little too old for acne. This week I'm bringing a grievance to the table that I have to stop getting dressed and getting ready for the ICC live taping of the podcast 5 minutes before it starts.
Man, listen, it be real. Listen, it be real sometimes. It depends on what you're doing. That's tough, depending on what your day is like, right?
Listen, I watched back last week's episode and I'm putting cases on you and all the ICC friends, because my shirt looked like somebody had grabbed it and I was fighting them and trying to get away. My shirt was so yanked down at the neck.
Why you got come at my neck though? Come at
because you
neck.
sat right across from me for a whole hour and 17 minutes to be exact.
That bad then. It couldn't have been that bad then.
I need you to go back and look at the tape. Run the tape back.
All right, I am.
Then I was no, but then I'm standing up in the closet like, so how many podcasts ago did I wear this shirt?
Yeah, that's me.
Because I am no fashionista.
No, girl, who are you talking to?
How many podcasts ago did I wear this shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I see some of our ICC friends are checking in. We have Sarah checking in live. We have Angelica's checking in live. We have Mr. Always checking in live. We have Sylvia checking in. And we have Justin checking in live from Belleville, Illinois. So, all right, Karla. So tonight I want to talk about, today's episode is titled Mr. Johnny Appleseed. So if you have seen the artwork, you already know we are going to be talking about one Mr. Nick Cannon. We're also going to be talking about Malik Beasely, because he has the balls of the week. I know we don't usually do this, but Malik Beasely has the balls of the week. We have some sad news concerning Black Lives Matter advocate, Sasha Johnson. We have an update on Bryshere Gray, and I always put him on Karla. I always say that's your man.
I already knew where you was coming with it.
You already knew. We have some updated Verzuz battles. And I just want to know if you're interested in this. And last but certainly not least, we're going to talk a little bit of open relationships if we actually have time to get to it. So, Karla.
Yes.
Let's kick off today's episode talking about one Mr. Nick Cannon, a.k.a. Johnny Appleseed, a.k.a. Big Papa, a.k.a. shooting them cannons all up in your uterus, a.k.a. I can pay for them, so I'm going to make them. Let's talk about 2 Chainz turban Mr. Cannon.
I love it. I love that intro, though. That intro was dope. Seriously.
Listen, all I'm saying is, you got to be careful in the vicinity of Nick Cannon. So listen, Nick Cannon is now trending on social media because this gentleman, he's 40 years old. I didn't even realize Nick was that old.
Wow.
He's 40 years old. Yeah, he's 40 years old. He is allegedly expecting his 7th child. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th child with a former Wildin' Out model, per se. And her name is Alyssa Scott. Now, Nick Cannon he got the funds to take care of as many kids as he wants to take care of. You know what I'm saying? He got a baby every day with the type of bank account he has.
True that.
But Nick's starting to get real community peen.
Yeah.
You're giving community peen vibes.
Yeah.
Because in addition to Alyssa, he's expecting twins. I don't even know if they've arrived yet. He's expecting twin boys with another woman. I can't even think of her first name, but she's like a De La Rosa. He's expecting twins with her 4 months before that, he had a baby girl with Brittany Bell. They named her Powerful Princess.
Then they stair steps. Then they stair steps. Like,
so I heard someone else say, I didn't take the time to double check it, but someone else said that Nick Cannon has literally inoculated, because that's the word I'm going to use today. He has inoculated several different women and will have 4 children within 1 calendar year.
wow, that's nuts. I see, when you look at it like that, that's like, all right, yeah, that's community feeding. And it's like, it's kind of reckless, right? I mean, yes, I agree with you. Like, financially, he can have a kid every day of his natural born life, right?
Yep.
But like, we all know, like, a 2-parent home, a healthy 2-parent home is usually like, it gives your kid a great start, right?
Absolutely.
So like, you're having all these kids, and then I'm just thinking about, like, what are your relationships? Are you cool with? Is he cool with all of them? I mean,
at this point, Nick
are
need to
we
get
all
a
going to go on
compound.
vacations? Yeah, that's what I.
Now, all these chicks, they're not
Yeah,
cool with each
straight
other. And I'm going to tell
compound,
you, I'm going to tell you, when you start finding out whether or not there's friction between all his sister wives, is what I'm going to call them for lack of a better term. When you start checking in, the holidays always give it up. Because
True.
I think it was either Valentine's Day or either Easter. Because see, at this point, Nick Cannon is going to need a hologram on holidays. Okay, he's going to need a hologram on holidays because number one, he's the hardest working young man in show business, right?
For real.
Now he has all of these children and he wants to be a hands-on dad. But during
Which
the
is
holiday,
impossible. It's impossible with that many children. Let's be honest. Like, if you ask anyone that grew up in like a, I'm gonna say 7 kids or more household, you're gonna have that. And I'm not even talking about middle kid syndrome. You're gonna have some kids that you, as a parent, you're gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I ain't spent enough time with Jerome and whoever.
not Jerome.
That,
He's gonna name the baby Jerome.
That's the career criminal. Yeah, like I
You know, it was funny because when we were preparing for this show, and well, when I was getting dressed 5 minutes before the show started, I was like, damn, Nick having more kids than Shonda little brother. Because, you know, this is Shonda little brother activity. And shout out to all the Shondas out there.
Yes,
but also shout out to Shannon, because it was Abby De La Rosa is the one who is pregnant with twins, right? Okay. So Mr. Always checked in and he said, I couldn't imagine not being present in my kids' lives. So multiple families like that is not what I would do, but to each his or her own, you know, do your thing, which is the point, you know, that you were making, you know, at the same time. But here's the thing with Nick, you know, the streets of Twitter are always a very fun place to be sometimes. Oh, yeah. And they were like, you know, let's just rewind a little bit, because when Nick Cannon first married Mariah Carey and they had them babies, right? Everybody was like, yo, I can't believe Nick Cannon got Mariah Carey. Yes. Right? That was the whole energy. Yep. I can't believe Nick Cannon got Mariah Carey. I can't believe Nick Cannon married Mariah Carey. He got babies with Mariah Carey. Twins at that. You know, Moroccan and Morocco. And somebody on Twitter was like, the moment Mariah Carey realized she just another one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas. The greatest vocalist. Yeah.
You gotta
the greatest vocalist of all time is just now one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas. Like, that's something you got to digest in your mental.
Yeah, you really, really do, when you really sit and think about it. But I remember, like, real fast watching an interview a while back, like when Nick was still kind of tight with Vlad, and they talked about that. And Nick was saying, like, after being married, like, he showed Mariah so much respect. He said, after being married to a woman like Mariah, because he was saying, like, he'll never get married again. He doesn't believe in marriage. He said that he doesn't believe he can find a woman on that level, like, that'll actually level him up more than what Mariah did. So I don't know if he, you know, all of this is playing like I don't know, but I definitely feel like, do what you're going to do. But at the same time, like, I feel like he needed 7, like, it's time to wrap it up. Like, when you start, I don't want him to get into like double digits. Like,
well, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like Nick Cannon is being hypocritical? Because Nick Cannon is all about empowering the community, lifting up the community. And I mean, it depends on how you're looking at it, because he may be starting his own community, you know, at this point. You know, he might be starting the Cannon community. I don't know, whatever room I'm calling from. You know, so the thing is, because once someone made a very good point, and they said, Nick Cannon is single-handedly creating single-family homes, single-parent homes, all by his lonesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
that's true though. I mean, it could be a lot of arguments about that because there are a lot of, shout out to all the single parents that like honestly out there kicking ass and raise like great kids, right? Because you got some houses with two parents, let's be honest, like that child was better off being raised by one,
okay,
right?
real talk.
But that's a really, really, really good point. Like I'm still a firm believer in a healthy two-parent household, whatever the two-parent. That's the best chance that a child has in life.
Yeah.
And what I mean by chance, I mean like happiness, success, all of the stuff that we want for our kids. You know what I'm saying? Without any hiccups, even though some come along the way. But
yeah. But I guess, and it's so funny because he will not speak on this. And then, when I really look at the big picture, because, I've been minding his business lately. You'd be like, you need to mind your own business. Yeah, I've been minding Nick Cannon's business lately because it's just a part of me is fascinating to see because it's like, Nick Cannon, like at this point, with all due respect, respectfully of the highest levels of respectivity, I want to know what he's working with because apparently something serious is going on behind closed doors that we really don't know about.
If you look at his
little workouts,
them
workouts be telling on him.
I'm just saying.
Because that man can lift himself up with a pinky. I was like, wait a minute. Last time I got on the scale.
And look at who, like his receipts, like who is. Come on, we know everybody.
His track record.
His track record. Like, so I'm like you, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I mean, if somebody wants to go ahead and leak a little something, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to spread it because that's not my ministry.
Oh, no.
But I will take a look and,
not your ministry, though.
Yeah, that's not my ministry. I won't spread it, but I will take a look at it and report back to the ICC friends. I'm just saying because that's part of my job. You know what I mean? It's my job to get the information and to relay it back to you. But it's not my job to spread mess. Okay. But I don't know. I mean, Nick Cannon out here, at this point, he can take care of all of them. So, I mean... But just because you can take care of them
financially,
see,
that's the thing. Like now, let's look at everything that went on. Even though these babies, they're not all babies or young, right? Right now, we need to be in our kids' life, like they're there, emotionally, so even socially, because they lost so much throughout the pandemic and stuff like that. Yeah. So now, to me, making babies right now, like just multiple in different homes, is just. In my opinion, I just think he needs to stop right here at 7. Like it's 7 isn't enough.
I just got one more point before I think we should move on because I don't want to beat Johnny Appleseed into the ground. But can we all take a moment to just address the cross pollination that's going on here?
Not cross pollination though.
Yeah. Can we address the cross pollination that's going on? Because you know exactly where I'm going with this. Now, I watch a show called Seeking Sister Wife. And, we done talked about sister wives and brother husbands and all that in the past. But there's this one couple, the Snowdens, and they are a problematic couple because anybody they bring into their little sister wife circle don't last longer than maybe a month. Maybe a couple weeks. But anyway, she has this thing where when she brings in a new sister wife, the sister wife has to go through this 21-day cleansing process of cleansing her yoni so that when her husband bouncing back and forth from rooms, they won't be cross-pollinating and giving each other the little, the yang in the nether region. So I just started thinking, I was like, is Nick Cannon putting women at risk for the yang? Because that yang ain't no joke. And he is literally cross-pollinating because if you really look at the time frame in the year of our Lord 2021,
sure.
I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how rich or poor. I don't care if you took a PPP loan and you're lying about it and the government gonna come get you in a little bit. There is no reason for you to be cross-pollinating with at least 4 women within a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not, especially unprotected in 2021.
Yeah, that's facts. Now that's real talk because I didn't even think of it like that. Like 4,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Cannon. Just visit icecreamconvos.com daily for your delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news and your daily update on Nick Cannon's paternity. Nick Cannon is bringing them in, baby. He's starting his own community. Someone said he need to take them turbans off his head and put them on his penis. I said, well, welp. You know how black people be like, somebody said.
Yeah.
Somebody said. All right, so since we're already in the vein of Johnny Appleseedness. I want to talk about Malik Pumps in a Bump Beasely. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with Malik Beasely is an NBA player. Not sure what team he's on because he's not on, he's not when you start running off your top 5. You be like, am Malik Beasely, respectfully. Like Kobe, Bron, Jordan, and Malik Beasely. Respectfully, of course. So Malik Beasely made a lot of headlines recently.
Timberwolves.
Oh, thank you so much, Karla. Mainly kind of like into last year going into this year, because he had a wife and a child at home, and then he ended up walking through Miami holding hands with Larsa Pippen.
Miami.
I was like, wait a minute. Not the community crock pot distributor, Larsa Pippen. Let me tell you something. If you can rhyme and got $1, if you can ball and got $1, if you black and tall and may have some hang time in your nether region, Larsa Pippen gonna be there tapping on the door. knocking at your door. Larsa Pippen gonna be in the building, right? So apparently her and Malik, what is his name? Malik Beasely. Mm-hmm. With all due respect, don't that name just sound grimy? Like Malik Beasely. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So apparently they walking around holding hands all out in the open with no dams to give whatsoever when he has a wife and a child at home. Mm-hmm. And so his wife found out about him and Larsa the same way we did on the internet.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's
of course,
horrible.
It is horrible. She said she was totally blindsided. Then she said after he decided he was going to Larsaville that he just booted her and the little boy out the house and they ain't had nowhere to go. And it was just a whole big mess. She ended up filing for divorce in December. And he went on with his little tryst with Larsa, and Larsa was lying in the internet streets and in her interviews and all that, saying that she did not get with Malik until Malik and his wife had already split. Well, Montana Yayao, or I don't know how to say her last name with all due respect, she was like, the lie detector determined that is a lie. And she was like, listen, you have embarrassed yourself far enough. No need to add lies on top of it. Well, child, the dog with the fleas done decided he want to come home. This Negroidian took to the streets of Mark Zuckerberg's Instagram today and wrote an apology, a public apology to his wife that he left in the cold with a thin sweater because he wanted to play Pumps in the Bump with Larsa Pippen. Let me read to you what one Mr. Malik Beasely wrote to his wife on this internet streets. He wrote, I want to say, WANA, I want to say sorry for putting you in the situation you were in for the last few months. My head wasn't where it was supposed to be. I was looking for more when it was right here the whole time. I'm telling the world and you that there's nobody like you for me. For the record, I was the one who ended my last relationship off the fact that there is no one like you. Also, for the record, I wanted to do my own ish cause I just left you guys and I def ain't the type to set up pictures in the mall in ish. As that's some childish ish. I'm trying to grow individually and grow a family, a real family. I ain't looking to be judged. I'm looking for forgiveness. To forgive me for hurting my family the way I did. At the end of the day, I'm a lover boy. And I miss holding y'all and loving y'all. I love you, Mushi. I love you, Kai Kai. My family over... Wait, he said my family over thing. See, the Lord won't even let this lie transpire.
What did you say? He said what? Say that again?
He said my family over thing. The Lord wouldn't even let this lie transpire. He forgot the every part because he's lying.
But hold up. Let me ask you a question. Is that how he talk? Because I wanted to laugh so bad.
Listen, I have never heard Malik Beasely speak because, he ain't in my top 5 dead or alive.
I got the whole visual.
But what I'm saying is, you ever read something and just based off the way it's written, you just kind of hear it the way it should flow out of someone's mind. Child, listen, here's one thing you're not going to do. you're not going to leave me high and dry with your child and your marriage because you want to run through the streets with a woman that is double your age.
Yes.
Just because she got a high mileage on her cootie cat and she is the crock pot distributor of the community. You are not going to leave me and my child out in these streets naked in the cold with a thin sweater. You done embarrassed me in front of the whole wide world running around with the woman who was running around on her own husband with Future. Now, anytime you running up in something that Future done been in, you need to go on a 21 day. You need to go on a 21 day cleanse and cleanse your yoni, okay?
Yeah, that is so. And I'm like once it's the internet, like that's a whole different level. Like when you embarrass me in front of the whole world, the whole world ain't no coming back from that.
You embarrassed me in front of the whole world.
Ain't no coming back from that.
You ran around with this woman and kept doing it in my face even after I was hurt, even after I started speaking out. You didn't even try to call me and be like, baby, I don't know. Listen, she old. She was kind of falling down in the airport. I grabbed her by the hand to help her get back up, and the paparazzi snapped a photo. Right. I don't even know this white lady.
Yes.
I don't know this woman. Everybody else know her. I don't know her that way. But no. Not at all. He kept on getting. So apparently, Larsa probably got something in her little crock pot too. Her and Nick Cannon better not cross paths, so that's going to be a hot mess.
No, you need to stop.
Okay, that's going to be a hot mess right there. But, it's just funny how the audacity, and I mean, sometimes we make poor decisions. We talk about that all the time. This young man is 24 years old. I have children older than him. I have children older than him. But at the same time, he is the same age as some of my children. I'm the same age as Larsa, Crockpot, and Pippen. So that I would look nuts running around with a young man just because he playing the NBA half my age. You talking about a May-December romance.
Yeah.
Just a hot mess. But not only that, you done did all that. You probably need to cleanse your nether region. Yeah. You done ran around with this woman. You done embarrassed me. And then you're going to apologize to me with a piss poor grammar and spelling. Yeah, you couldn't get none of the homies on the team.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. None of them rookies that just came to the league, just fresh out of college. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh out.
And what does he mean? It ain't for judgment. Like to me, like who's that for you? You or her? Ooh.
And that's another thing that I found to be very weird. A dude will do you dirty, come back and be like, "Look, I ain't looking. I don't need to be judged. I just want forgiveness." Like you don't dictate what's going around here.
Exactly.
You was doing all your dictating out in the street. You see where I'm going with that, right? Dictating. So, man, I'm dropping bars. Somebody need to sign me. Bars. Sign me. Listen, you did all your dictating out in the street. Now, you don't get to come home and tell me how I'm supposed to feel or react.
Yeah, I thought that was wild when you read that. Yeah,
and then, I'm just going, is this a safe space? Because, I be asking. Because I just got to say what I got to say. On top of everything else, he ain't even cute enough to be trying to pull no stunts like this.
Word. Because, I wasn't familiar with him. So, when the story first hit, I'm like, you got to look at just more than the picture that they put up, right? So, I'm going through the images all right, this picture of him might not be that. That might be that's his bad side.
Yeah. Oh. They caught him slipping on his angles.
Yeah, nah.
But I mean, Karla, you and I both know it's not about looks, but come on, you at least got to be halfway fine to be out here pulling stunts and shows.
Exactly. Word. For real. Yeah, that dude is not nah. I was actually surprised once I seen it was him. I'm like,
So Karla, and I'm putting you on the spot too, because I tried to think about it myself and I couldn't even think of something. What is the most ridiculous thing someone had to apologize to you for?
Off the top of my head, because it's been a couple of things, but I mainly thing is accusing me, and this is probably the thing that burned me up the most, because you know how I feel about stealing.
Yeah,
somebody actually accused me of stealing something. Yeah, and only to have to come back to me, and it was a good 30 days. It wasn't like that day or the next day. It was a good 30 days. And needless to say, I don't even speak to that person now.
You know what? I got accused of stealing too.
That's never
being accused of stealing, man. That hit different, yo.
I'd rather you could accuse me of being a hoe before you accuse me of stealing. Dead ass serious.
I'd be like, I was busting it wide open at Nick Cannon house.
I'm saying,
I was busting it wide open at Nick Cannon house. And then look, that's when you'll be like, girl, stop lying because you ain't even pregnant.
Yeah.
You not even pregnant. You wasn't busting nothing open at Nick Cannon house because you would be pregnant with twins. Stop it.
Are you stupid?
Yeah, yeah.
What
I
about
did
you though?
Well, I did. I was accused of stealing as well, and that thing just hit different because, especially, it's a catch-22 because if you find whatever is lost or missing, then it was I knew you had it. Yeah. But then if what's lost or missing never turns up, then it's the speculation is still left on you.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Your mind, they actually found it, and I was just so mad.
Mm-hmm. Like in my case, they found it too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They found how do you still did you forgive them? Because I'm trying to do better, y'all. I'm really trying to do better with, but stealing is one that I'm not. God's working on me with that.
All right, ICC friends, for those of you who are listening live, please let me know what is the most outlandish thing that you have ever been accused of. Now, speaking of dating, I'm gonna tell you the wildest thing a dude ever said to me. Mm-hmm. I think we talked about this on the show before, where I had a dude break up with me because he said I was too dark.
Yes.
He wasn't into dark skinned girls no more. And I was like,
yes.
Hold on. First of all, sir, I am crayon brown.
Yes. Get it straight. Get that.
I am crayon brown, and I have always been proud of my melanin, and I am crayon brown.
Ciao.
And if you are too stupid to recognize this beautiful melanin over here, God be with you. Godspeed. God bless your mind. But so just let me know what's the weirdest thing that you have ever, or the most outlandish thing you have ever been accused of, or someone has ever had to apologize to you for. All right, so Mamie is checking in. Mamie said, I have been accused of having an abortion and good night. Wow. I tell you that. You ask the ICC friends, they're gonna come through and let you know.
Yes. See, that's rough.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that is. All right, Karla. So I'm looking at the time. I think we can go ahead and take a break because when we come back, I want to talk about your mans and them, Bryshere Gray, and we're going to give you an update. Your mans and them. We're going to talk about Bryshere Gray and what he's been going through, and drip.
Hey, drip. What happened to that 3? Oh yeah, we got to get into that.
Yeah,
that 360 deal. Where does that go at this point?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take a break, guys. If you have anything to do, then now's the time to get your water break, your potty break, or go ahead and respond to them text messages that you ain't writing back. Y'all know Nick Cannon calling. When you going to take this paternity test? You get your period yet? Oh, my goodness. This water is so good to me.
That's good water.
That's good.
What was that from?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it was from a TV show or movie.
One of the movies.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right. ICC friends, we are back. So, Karla, I want to talk about your guy, Bryshere Gray. Oh, Bryshere. Is Bryshere from Philly?
Correct. Yes, Overbrook.
Damn.
Yeah.
Over there where Big Willie Styles from?
Yeah. Same area. I don't know the block, but I know he's from the Overbrook area. So.
Oh, my damn. All right, so let's give an update. So last July, I don't know if you guys remember, but last July, Bryshere Gray got cased up. Now, he had been on a decline for quite some time after Empire. Can I put a pin in that real quick? Mm-hmm. All them lying boys.
Go ahead.
You had Juicy Smoulier.
Yeah, we had to put him at the top. Yeah, kick it off right with him.
And then Trey Byers, he's doing good.
He's the only one, right?
He's doing good, but when he got the hell up off of social media, because at one time he was on social media and he left.
It was smart for him, especially with the being what was going on and stuff. Even though
and I think at one point in time he wanted out of Empire. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so back to Bryshere. Young man. I think Bryshere is what, 20 something years old? How old is Bryshere?
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I want to say like 28.
He's very young.
Sure. Yeah.
But okay, so anyway, let's go back to July 2020. Police received a phone call about a woman at a local gas station. She had been brutally beaten, and she told police that she had been beaten up by
27.
27.
Sorry. Yeah, I knew it was
Wow.
27. Yeah.
Yep. So she told police she had been brutally beaten up by her husband over the course of several hours, right? So police are like, what the hell? Well, who your husband? Bryshere
Right.
Gray. So they go back to the home in Arizona where they were residing, and Bryshere barricaded himself inside the house. There was a 9-hour standoff, and eventually
That was
he
a
turned
mess.
himself in. He surrendered, excuse me. Eventually he surrendered. Bryshere was facing a laundry list of charges from like felony domestic abuse to strangulation to all kind of charges.
Assault. Yeah, felony assault. Like domestic
Yes.
assault, I think, right?
All kinds. He
Yeah.
had an array of charges. So he was arrested, and he was locked up for a little bit. And then here we go, fast forward. So I believe it was like maybe yesterday. No, yesterday was Sunday. So it had to be either early this morning or Friday. He went ahead and took a plea deal in the case. Now, with this plea deal, he's kind of getting a slap on the wrist, but not really. You know those slaps on the wrist that's like, it's a slap on the wrist, but it sting for a very long time.
Oh, yeah. That's one
Okay.
of them. Mhm.
Okay. So the slap on the wrist is Bryshere will have to serve a mandatory 10 days in jail. Okay. It's people who sat in jail longer than that for weed, but that's none of my
Oh, yeah.
business. He will have to serve a mandatory 10 days in jail. He will remain on probation for 3 years. He must submit to drug and alcohol testing. He cannot possess weapons of any kind. But this one is weird because I've never been on probation. It says that Bryshere must check in with his probation officer within 72 hours of being contacted by law enforcement.
Oh, that means like if he gets stopped, pulled over, anything
Oh,
by
okay.
police, he is to contact. He has to let them know.
Okay. Then it says that he needs written approval before associating with anyone who has a criminal record. Can you imagine?
How
I
do
was
you
like,
ask
yo-
permission? Like, how that
Y'all-
go?
Can you imagine rolling up on the block? They be like, yo, Bryshere, yeah. He be like, yo, what's up? I can't stay long. My permission slip say I only can hang with y'all for 30 minutes.
Do you got to go get it certified? Like what?
Do
Felon is
we
gonna
got to
go
get it
with you.
notarized? I mean, do we got to get it notarized?
Yes, notarized.
What's going on? He just show up like, yo, yeah, man, I'm good. I got my permission slip so I can, I could chill till the street lights come on. Then I'm going to have to head on back to the crib. Like a permission slip, a written letter to hang with the homies who may have a murky criminal history. Just weird. Just weird. But
It sounds like to me, what I'm kind of upset about it is like the one thing that should have been mandated is like intensive therapy. Like it's obvious that
about that. So in addition to that, I'm sorry, Bryshere will have to pay restitution. He will have
Right.
to enroll in a domestic violence offender
Yeah.
treatment program. So not sure how long that program will take place, but Sarah said under those conditions, he cannot talk to nobody in Philly.
word. Now seriously, that's it.
I know,
Don't
that's
even hit
horrible.
215 or 267. Don't even think
Don't
about
even do
all
it.
of them.
Just stay out. Sorry, Martin. I didn't want to go to Arizona. Listen.
But no, Zab, like I still like intensive therapy for him, not like some little domestic. Like he needs to be inpatient. He needs therapy. And the reason I'm saying this is because like to me, it's set up for him to get in trouble again. Like if you already are battling like a mental illness, it's clear. I'm not a psychologist. This is just my opinion that Bryshere Gray has some type of mental health crisis or illness going on, right? So then that's where the alcohol,
Do you think? Okay, I was getting ready to go there. I was going to ask, do you think that any type of substance abuse is involved as well?
If not, that's what like most people self-medicate with alcohol and drugs, right? So now you're looking at probation for 3 years. He's going to be tested every 30, depending on how his PO set up. Some POs don't test you halfway, and then some are on you every whatever, showing up with the cup. You got to pee right there.
Right.
So if he does self-medicate, now he goes back into the system. Like it's so.
It's a revolving door.
Like, yeah, I wish he was mandated to like some type of intensive individual therapy also.
or some type of in treatment type of situation,
Yes.
because you raise a great point about they are really setting him up for failure.
Sorry, that's the
Because
mental health side of I just
yeah, no,
really
but you're right. And I mean, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, so it's what better
yeah.
time to talk about it. They are literally setting him up for failure
Yeah.
because of the fact that if he is using substances to cope with whatever is going on. I don't know why I
Yeah.
can't speak. Maybe I need something too. With whatever is going on
Stupid.
with him mentally, then
Right.
yes, they are setting him up to go right back into the system. And
Look at
another
the industry he's in. He's in entertainment. Like you're around alcohol. Like it's to me, I'm listening to that and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a setup.
Yeah.
Like
But to your point, another prime example, Silento. Look how
so
quick that
sad.
progression went. Look how
Yeah.
quick. How
Yeah.
quick. How quick.
Yep.
First, Silento was out in California, right? He got those charges when he ran into someone's house. Remember, he was looking
Yep.
for his girlfriend.
Yes.
I believe he had a psychotic break.
Yeah.
He's allegedly looking for his girlfriend. He runs into these people's house with a butcher knife or some type of machete. It was a machete, right? He
Yes,
runs
it
into
was
these-
a machete. It was a machete.
It was a machete. He runs into these complete strangers' home and basically terrorizes them,
Yeah.
looking for his girlfriend with the machete. Okay, he gets locked up for that. For a little bit, let him out. All right. Next thing you know, he in a Ferrari to Jaguar switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out "money ain't a thing" through the streets of
Yeah.
Atlanta in the middle of the night, doing over 100 miles an hour. Well, he gets pulled over. Dude, why the hell are you driving up I-85 like a bat out of hell? Oh, well, I left the club and I think some dudes were following me out the club trying to kill me.
Paranoid.
Paranoia, mental illness, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They write him some citations. I think they locked him up again real quick for that. And you know, when I say real quick, it's basically you get locked up, processed, and somebody bail you out. Boom. Next thing we know, Silento has allegedly murdered his cousin. That progression was quick.
Oh,
That was in
yeah.
a span of what, 6 months?
Yep. And you made a very good point. That's the key about mental. Like you got to address this stuff because look at what it leads to. It just escalates. You know, if it's not treated, it just escalates. And it does affect you because it affects society. We see it every day.
But again, let's go back to that recipe. Young, fame, money, drugs, alcohol, mental illness. Girl, that is a
And no real
crock pot.
support system. And that's the crazy thing. Like I always ask, like, I wonder about Bryshere's support system. You understand what I'm saying? He was young. Think about the contract he was offered. Think about his age.
Where's
You got a
Charlie
kid
Mack?
from Philly. Yeah, that's right. It was Charlie Mack. But like, and that's the thing. Like, you guide him there, but who is actually riding with him throughout all of this? He's young. He's going to see a lot. He's going to go through a lot, and you got to have that support system to keep you on the right track. But I just think that for a while now that he's been battling some type of mental illness.
So then that leads me to a different part of this discussion, because how many times have we seen young people become overnight stars who can't handle it?
Yeah.
I will never forget when Making the Band. Shout out to all the people who old enough to remember Making the Band.
Oh yeah, yes.
Remember Making
Go
the
ahead.
Band when Freddie
Oh,
just
yeah, I
one
knew
day
you
he
was
woke.
Freddie.
You knew I was going to go there with Freddie, didn't you?
Cashed out.
Freddie was like, "Nah, I'm out." Like,
Yeah.
excuse me, what? Diddy is offering us a contract. Nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But you know what? It showed how self-aware he was. Like it take a lot of self-awareness. I'm gonna be honest with you to walk away from some of that stuff. That like you got to know yourself and know what is there and what you can handle.
One of our ICC friends, Lisa, is checking in, and she said Bryshere's mother is supportive, but he don't listen. And that's
Yeah.
another challenge when you're dealing with
Yeah.
someone who is
Yeah.
an adult.
And it's tough
and
with
they're
mom,
dealing-
though. It's tough, like with mom. I'm not saying. I mean, Zav, you probably can attest to this because you have, if you don't mind, you have a son around the same age. So,
Yeah.
and they don't always. Mom is not always. You know, you made a good point. They don't listen to mom. But I'm like Charlie Mack. I'm not saying that people aren't. I'm just wondering. My question is, who is there with him? Like who's his mentor? Who was there with him throughout this whole empire ride? Like, you know what I'm
But the
saying?
thing is, and I don't know why I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep get the ins today. But the thing is, think about when Bryshere was on. Empire popping. Everything is drip. drop,
Yeah.
drippity
Then
drop.
when,
He
you
got the
know,
flat top. He wearing little
yes.
cute little outfits. He got the
Yep.
killer smile. He
Yep.
Yaz the Great, but and Bryshere Gray at the same damn
Yes.
time. I remember when they came to Atlanta, him and Juicy Smoulier. They ran up in Atlanta. They came up in the mall, shut the mall down. You know, people hollering, screaming. They on social media. Everything was Empire, Empire, Empire. Cookie Line, Lucius, Jamal, and Hakeem. Everything was all about Empire, right? And I remember that young man walking around. Charlie Mack was everywhere. And I know I'm saying Charlie Mack, listen, if you want to smoke, I'll bring the fire. But listen, I remember all the people that was surrounding him.
Right.
That circle, because see, while everything was on and on and
That's
on,
what I was going to say. When the celebration is there, it's packed. But then it's who shows up when you're not at your top, and you're on top of your game, when everything falls apart. You know.
All right, so Sarah checked in to say that was part of it. Yaz was supposed to be a clean rapper, but Hakeem was a dirty rapper, and that resonated more. So Yaz the Great, I guess, his rap persona did not mesh well with what he was supposed to be on TV, and then maybe he just got caught up in the mix and just got all confused.
And that within itself, shout out to Sarah for that. That gives you a different type of perception now. Like you sit and you think, like, now I'm forced to play this character, and like he was in that 360 deal, so that like I gotta be like somebody I'm not, like how many hours of the day, or like that's a battle that you have with yourself.
Not even that, he had to perform them songs as part of that deal. Yeah, it's just very unfortunate, especially when you see someone so young. Here's the good news. The good news is if the right support system is put into place, if the right help is put into place, if the right people align themselves with Lord, I better call him Yaz the Hakeem, with Bryshere, he still has the rest of his life ahead of him to turn everything around. He ain't, listen, he's 27. He's not 72 and we trying to get him together.
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, listen now, Bryshere, go and get your teeth, get your depends. Now go on and sit down. No, he is 27, not 72. So he still has his entire life ahead
full
of
of
him.
talent. Yeah. I wish him the best, honestly. Like,
and then there's the factor of he's going through all of this stuff in the public. We just talked about how embarrassing it can be. And then there's always that one person that's going to remind your ass, oh, but what about when you was out there? Like when if he'd be like, yo, send me beats. Well, you already beating up your wife. What we need to send you beats for? You know how the internet is.
No, but people won't let it go.
They won't even let Dr. Dre make it with Beats by Dre. Like, oh, bro, really? Who was in that marketing and strategy room? You know, so it's like, you know, especially just living something in the public.
Right.
And, you know, so again, he's very young. He still has time to turn his life around. Silento, that went too fast. It just went too fast.
That's so sad. Yeah.
You know, and it's just very, very sad. So, you know, with that being said, just send up a prayer for my mind wants to call him Hakeem. Over here wants to call him Yaz, and in the middle where my brain works the best, I know it's Bryshere. So anyway, just send up a prayer for Bryshere. Just for more on this story and just to kind of follow up, you know, visit icecreamconvos.com, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news daily. So Karla, oh boy, it's getting ready to go down. We about to be a house divided, girl, because Soulja Boy
and Bow Wizzle
and Bow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, are gonna face off in the Verzuz battle. Are you gonna
say house separated?
We're gonna be a house divided, girl.
House divided. Who you got?
I got Verzuz. Some of y'all can go with Bow Wow, some of y'all can go with Soulja Boy. I'm gonna go with Verzuz, cause I don't know. Okay, but Karla, being the music guru that you are, real rap raw.
I respect you for that, but I think
you know, I'm gonna sprinkle that sauce on it where it's necessary. So, just based off of your humble personal opinion, respectfully, let's go. Hit for hit, who is going to be notorious? Bar for bar, hit for hit, chain for chain. Who do you think realistically should be the winner in a Soulja Boy Bow Wow battle?
Honestly, probably Bow Wow. If we're going hit for hit, I think Bow Wow has more hits. If we doing like a 20 song, I don't know. We're gonna run 2015. I would
10.
say Bow Wow. I would say Bow Wow has more hits, but like Verzuz is one of those weird things. Like because if you have like a huge impact, like if your energy is a certain way, we've seen it. I feel like we've seen it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Bow Wow. But Soulja, who you got? I mean, who you got? Because Soulja Boy got hits, but I don't think he has more than Bow Wow.
Yeah, our ICC friends checking in. Listen, Nadia said, "Listen, I don't know either one of their music to know nothing." But Rhonda said, "Rhonda got Bow Wow."
Try to act like, see, you want to try to act
got
like
Bow Wow.
When you cranking that, like in 2000 at a special event.
I see what you did right there. I see what you. So by default, I gotta go with Soulja Boy because I cranked that Soulja Boy at my wedding reception.
Hey, y'all don't.
I was in my wedding dress like. All right, so by default, I gotta go with Soulja Boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Carly, you play a dirty game, girl. You play a dirty game.
I was gonna pull somebody out of you. You wasn't gonna sit back on this one, and you had to pick somebody.
All right, I'll go with Soulja Boy. Honestly, it's just on the interest level. The interest level of this is it's going to be more shenanigan filled than anything because number one, Soulja Boy is a character.
That's who I'm here for.
At the end of the day, I'm going to need him to show up in his super loose, Gucci headband. Just to make it. Sarah says she team Draco. Big Draco.
Yes.
I don't know. I might have to. She could make clap. I told you I was it.
Hey, I'm just saying. Listen,
okay. I'm doing Soulja Boy. Yeah, Soulja Boy turned up my wedding reception, so I'm gonna have to roll with Soulja Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with Soulja Boy. But if anything, it's gonna be a shenanigan-filled entertainment. Because you have both of these gentlemen. I guess everyone.
Through the roof. Egos through. That's why I'm for like the shenanigans. Just imagine what they're gonna show up like. Like I can't even picture it.
Yeah, it's
they're gonna be doing the most.
It's gonna be a hot ghetto mess. I'm gonna tell you that.
Most.
It's gonna be a hot ghetto mess. But I'll tune in for a little bit if I have some Captain Morgans available. I'll tune in for a little bit and seeing what they doing down to the thing.
And watch. I'm gonna make sure you tune.
I'll slide down to the thing for a little bit. See what they doing down.
Show your face. You can show your face at the thing.
I can show my face down to the thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the last topic that I want to talk about before we get up out of here is Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost said Travis Barker. That was about to be a real nasty mess. Then she would have been the third sister. She would have been the third sister Travis allegedly smashed in that house. Good God Almighty. Them girls love them some Travises around there. Come on, Travis Tritt. The Travis Tritt need to slide through there, giving them some of that country D. I'm just saying.
You crazy.
I met Travis Tritt before, actually. He's a really nice guy. He big as hell. He big.
Shout out to Tritt.
I was like, hi, Travis. How you doing? Tipped his 10-gallon hat. I said, okay, Travis Tritt. But okay, so I don't know where the story originated from, but apparently they put out that Kylie and Travis had rekindled their relationship. Okay, if they did, that's cute for Stormy, right? Because I mean, they have the sweetest little baby.
She's so cute.
Oh Lord, she's so sweet. Listen, one thing them Kardashians gonna do, they gonna make some cute biracial babies, ain't they?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
That's one thing 100%. They gonna do.
Oh yeah.
They gonna make some
beautiful
cute biracial babies.
Seriously.
All right. So with that being said, I'm not mad at them getting back together. I mean, they have a beautiful baby together. And they've been together. Apparently, they had something special at one point in time. But I don't know how or why. And it just in media, it's so embarrassing to me because, sometimes I just take it on for the whole team. But who came up with the fact that they're supposed to be in an open relationship? So they put out that Kylie and Travis are back together, but they're in an open relationship. And Kylie was like, respectfully, y'all just be making up anything. This is not my ministry. She was like, this is not my ministry. But I got to thinking about it because, sometimes I just ponder. Karla, could you be in an open relationship? Just think. I know instinctively what you want to say. But think about if you and I were in the mall and Nick Cannon walked by with his turban. And I said, girl, there go your stimulus. Girl, there go you a stimulus. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I don't judge people in open relationships.
No, I just don't think I'm built for it. I don't know. 'Cause I don't think I'm built for it myself. I don't knock it. Like, I'm actually intrigued by it in a way. Like, just because if you can feel that comfortable and still, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions, but
like every time I watch,
don't think I'm built.
Every time I watch Seeking Sister Wife, I'm gonna get it out right one day. Seeking Sister Wife. Okay, so you have this man, and he's usually in a relationship with the first, either wife, whether it's common law or legally. And then they're trying to recruit other sister wives. And then I'm sitting at home like, so wait a minute. You bringing in a sister wife, and she just coming in here to pleasure you. Like, I don't get a Kit Kat later on.
No bonbons, no nothing.
I don't get no bonbons, no Kit Kats, no nothing. So she just coming in here.
Wow.
I guess that would be considered like maybe a little house slave or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so when you watch it, it is nauseating, because basically you are just watching women allow a man to have his cake, cupcakes, tasty cake crimpets, his little Debbie's, his oatmeal raisin cream pies, and all of that all in one.
Yeah, like, I'm not built for that.
But all you get is whatever night you get him in rotation.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you can have Lisa, Regina, Tawana, Tamika, all in the house, and then I'm just stuck with just you.
Yeah, that
on Wednesdays.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not built for it.
Like, my thing is, if we gonna do Seeking Sister Wives, then we need to do Seeking Brother Husbands.
Yes.
Because I will start the movement if y'all need me to.
Let's get it.
JB probably outside the door like, oh, word. What movement exactly are you gonna start? Ladies, I will start the brother husband movement for you. Because it's not right if men can have sister wives, then women should be allowed to have brother husbands. Ladies, if you want to walk crooked for the rest of your life or slide through the hood in a wheelchair because Devontae tore that thing up last night, and you got to tell Mr. Dalvin he got to wait 2 more days because you got to let her rest. You got to get on the 21-day cleanse. You don't want to be cross-pollinating in the house. So it's just,
yeah, you stupid.
I don't know, like, just society is set up so weird sometimes. And I know I have some friends who are interested in polyamorous relationships. The freedom to bounce.
Right. Right.
My main concern is safety, cross-pollination.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon definitely can't be in a rotation because you're gonna start a neighborhood.
And mental health. You don't know who ass is crazy. That's another thing. Like, seriously, like, how do you know they all right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know somebody's emotions don't go too far, and then, child, you wake up, you're looking at a barrel of a gun.
True.
I'm
that.
just saying.
Because I do know that I have levels of jealousy, and then like with the Seeking Sister Wives. Yes, but listen, with the secret, and and when I say issues with jealousy, it's like just the idea, like, if I tried to be in an open relationship, I could literally, and y'all, we talking real open now. Okay, so I could picture myself trying to be in an open relationship, right? And then I'll be like, oh, but you ain't had to put her leg up like that, though. Why you doing all that? You wasn't doing all that with me yesterday. It's just, or knocking on the door like, y'all mighty loud in there. Like, I'm trying to sleep in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a lot of levels
you
to it.
Too much damn fun, and that's what I'm saying. Like that stuff, that part. And women, we tend to be men do too, but women, we tend to be,
But isn't it funny how? And I guess women, we just set up differently because I guess it goes back to our maturity levels, how we can process things and kind of deal with things that men just can't. Like a woman, and I'm watching these women do it every week because Seeking Sister Wives comes on every Friday night, or no, Tuesday night, Monday night. It comes on tonight. So it's almost like these women are like and you can see some of them trying to struggle with it, but the camera's in their face, so they trying to act like they cool.
They trying to,
but
play it off.
Women can get themselves to a point, or either channel their thoughts or something to the point of letting your man have more than one wife because he done sold you this whole Oh, you gonna have a sister friend here. She gonna
Yeah.
be your best friend. She gonna help you with the kids.
Nah,
I'm
I'm
gonna make some
good.
more kids with her, but then y'all gonna help each other with the kids and all that. And then it's just like, so why I can't be like, look, you gonna have a brother husband. Y'all can watch the game together.
Yes,
Y'all can
yes,
shoot hoops on
yes.
Wednesday. You ain't gotta be embarrassed
Word.
no more going to pick up my sanitary napkins. Y'all can go together. Like, a woman will take a dude back who's done her dirty 3,
Yeah.
4, 50, 70
Yeah.
times over, just depending on where your level of tolerance is, right?
Right.
I saw where Booby Gibson wrote on social media literally maybe 2 days ago. He said, the minute I find out somebody else ran up in my girl, she is dead to me.
That's how they think, though.
Men be like,
I'm not saying. And you see how deep that is. And
but we will
And
let you have a we will let you convince, and I say we, and I mean not necessarily you or I or some other people, but there's some people, and I'm not, I say all that to be like, I ain't judging. But ma'am, yes you are. I don't want to feel like I'm judging. It's just certain things I don't understand.
yeah, that's what it is. Right. That's
And it may sound judgy. I just
Don't
can't
understand
wrap
it.
my mind around
Yeah.
it. Dudes will cut you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dead to me.
They call you all kinds of
Okay.
It's crazy. You are so right about that. And he got some nerves. And it always be them type of boy.
Y'all on Seeking Sister Wife, if you have not watched, I just need y'all to watch one episode. There is a couple. The man looked just like Joel Osteen. And I call him Joel Osteen
Well,
every
I-
single Monday night. The man looked.
Are you serious?
You know I'm good for telling you what somebody looked like, whether it
Yes.
be another human being or animal.
That's
You know I
true.
can tell you
That's
real
true.
quick.
Yes.
Joel Osteen convinced his wife of 13 years to dissolve their marriage because the only way that he can get their Brazilian sister wife into the United States is to legally marry her.
Oh my God.
This fool ass woman dissolved her 13-year marriage.
Are you
And then when
serious?
they got over to Brazil, they told her, okay, well, we going to have our special night so you can stay in the other room. And what?
Is she in a whole different country? Wait.
She was sitting
Wow.
over in Brazil helping them plan their wedding. I said, I ain't
That's
cut up
not-
that
nah,
way. I
I'm
ain't.
good.
No.
I'm that. Nope.
It ain't in my DNA,
Nah.
player.
Nah. Nah.
Now she crying and carrying on. Every time she start crying, I'll be cussing her out on the TV like,
Yeah, I couldn't even
that's
watch
what you
it.
get.
Yo,
That's what you get. Don't cry now. JB be
You
like,
had to
yo,
go
can I
cry
just, yeah. JB be like, can I just watch in peace? Be like, nah, don't be crying now. I'll be all in front of the TV going off on that woman. Yeah, so it's just an interesting thing. You know, open marriage is not my ministry.
Nah. not at
Sometimes my husband playfully will turn to me and be like, we need to get a sister wife. And I say 2 words that always end the conversation.
all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Brother husband.
Right,
Shuts it down
there
every time. I
is.
said, listen, you
There
can have a
it
sister
is.
wife if I can have a brother husband.
That's right. That's right. That's all.
Ain't gonna be no damn brother husband up in
Okay.
here. Okay, well, ain't gonna be no damn sister wife up in here. Look like we gotta
I
understand.
know that's right. That's it. There it is. That's it.
But,
Wrap that right up quick. Shut that
Wrap
right
it up
down.
quick. I'm telling you, ladies, the quickest way to slow your man up with some nonsense when they try you is just to ask them the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you think I could bring a little shorty home? You think I could bring a little homeboy home? ain't nobody coming up. Oh, okay, well,
Be tight. They
guess
be
it'll just
tight.
be you and me and Captain Morgan. Guess it just
Girl,
be the
they
three
be
of us.
tight though. They be so tight. You made a
Mm-hmm.
good point.
All right, guys. Well, listen, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap up today's show. I thank you so much for just tuning in. You know, we come every Monday and tape the show live. New episodes drop on DSPs every Tuesday. So, Karla, I always thank you for being an amazing host. Thank you to all of our
Thank you
ICC
for having me.
friends who checked in. Shout out to Mamie, Laura, Rhonda, Nadia, Sarah, you know, all of the ICC
up,
friends who
y'all?
checked in, Lisa, and wait, where's our homie? Mr. Always. I like that. Mr. Always.
I like that.
Yes. So shout out to Mr. Always for I was about to say always and forever. Always and
Get it.
forever.
Hey.
All right, so guys, we are going to go ahead and go. Be sure to subscribe to the Ice Cream Convos podcast wherever you listen on DSPs. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and kick it with us on social media. We be around. Karla and I have our social media handles up on the screen if you are watching live. And shout out to all of you because the podcast numbers went up 400% last week. I was like, well, damn.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So we definitely appreciate you for tuning in and for supporting. And until next time, ICC.
We all we got.